Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Heart Talks with Holly. I am Holly, and I'm pretty pumped about what I thought we could talk about today. So on our UShine Vienna website, we have a blog, and I occasionally write for it, and this week I published a new post called the Gut Check Concept. So if you'd like to, read it instead of watch me talk at the screen, you're free to do that. It's on our website, and it's also on our Facebook page right now, the link to it. But I thought we could talk about it a little bit more. I was introduced to this by the team I'm with about 7 years ago. The gut check is something that is done at the beginning of every meeting, and it is a place where you can say anything. So our meetings look like this. We get settled, and then I open it up and I say, gut check, what's going on? Does anybody have anything on their gut that they need to talk about? Now, this can be positive or it can be negative. And it's called gut check because it's that feeling that we get and kind of in our gut, that intuition that something is wrong, that there are lingering feelings that have not yet been expressed, and we're holding on to them and they need to get out. So then to hold a gut check lets everyone know this is a safe and appropriate place where we can talk about whatever's bothering us without it blowing up in our faces. An example of a gut check might be something like, I felt frustrated when I was not told by you that you would be late, and I was counting on you. That is an incredibly small example of what a gut check could look like. It's pretty easy or pretty harmless, but there are a lot of things that I did so that it wouldn't go completely wrong. And my bus is here, so hold on. Hey, sorry for the delay. So when I left, I was trying to do an example for what a gut check might look like. It was a pretty simple one, but I was saying that there are some important things that I tried to do. Because if I started out my gut check incorrectly, then it could start off on the wrong foot and then become a much bigger deal than I had intended. In order to start off a gut check the correct way, the best thing to do is to own your feelings by using I statements and just clearly being able to describe how you felt. Then identify exactly what happened. And this is a much easier way to begin rather than beginning with accusations, pointing fingers, saying you statements rather than I statements. It puts it all on the other person. Are we going to do this correctly every time? No way. We, again, like I said earlier, we are messy individuals who mess up constantly. And there are some times where we are just too hot to do it. But the more we practice this, the easier it might be to do gut checks and do them regularly, and to notice within ourselves, okay, I am too angry to talk about this. I need to step away and come back. The gut check concept helps us to develop virtues within us that are already there, just need to come out a little bit more and get a little bit more practice. So I'd be curious to know what you think goes into a gut check. Gut checks are ultimately pretty uncomfortable. They are at times confrontational, and it's awkward. But in the end, it helps get out all of those lingering thoughts so they don't build up. And because of this practice, I've started to try to do it in almost everything, not only team meetings, but UShine Vienna meetings, sit-downs with my friends, just making sure that anything that we need to say is out. Like last week, I would love to talk back and forth about this. I'm around. If you would like to answer the question I asked a little bit ago, that would be awesome, and we can talk about character virtues. I'd also be curious to know if you've done a gut check before. If you've done a gut check before, how did it go? If it went poorly, why? If it went well, why? Can you see any differences between the two when you think through it? If you've never done a gut check before, what does it sound like to you? Does it sound like something you want to do? or maybe not so much? What are your first thoughts when thinking through a gut check? We're people who need people, and being people is a hard thing to do. We're not A+ at it, but being able to provide each other with safe spaces to talk through hard things is awesome. All right, guys, that's it for me. I'm going to head out, but if you want to chat back and forth a little bit today with your experiences or thoughts on character virtues, that would be awesome. Have a great day.